you got to ask yourself, if the president of the United States can be censored, then what does that say about the power of presidency? Because we was taught in school that the highest head of the snake position was the president of the United States. But if your president can be censored, his voice can be silenced or skewed into a rhetoric into someone else's favor, then the position of president is not the ultimate position of power. It's your boy Dame. Subscribe to Dame's World. I'm doing this video just on the basis of censorship, the right to have an opinion, free speech. Your president don't got it. So if your president don't got free speech, what the fuck that mean for you? You post your opinion, your perspective on social media, these platforms, and they get taken down or they get sideswiped by a fact check group in which none of us has no ties to whatsoever as citizens. And some people don't even bat an eye, don't even care the fact that our rights are slowly but surely being not only infringed, but taken away. You can't tell me, you can't be in advocacy of, I don't care if you like or hate Donald Trump. You can't be in advocacy of him being silenced through social media platforms if your premise is you do believe in freedom of speech, as long as it doesn't incite a riot or violence. Pornography is everywhere on the websites, on the internet. Death, murder is everywhere. They're not censoring things. They're not censoring things for the betterment of your health. They're not censoring things that promote death, promote disease. They're censoring truth. So they can keep the narrative through these media outlets. Distortion, lies, propaganda. And though I don't like Donald Trump, I commend Donald Trump for being an attacker of this conglomerate that none of us can see. Because a lot of us think that they don't exist. You think literally the 3 branches of government controls the world. Resources control this world, and those who obtain the resources around this world dictate how this world is ran. Billionaire corporation conglomerates, big tech companies, big pharma companies are the ones silencing Donald Trump. And no, this is not me saying, hey, Donald Trump is for me. I'm a melanated being in America. Ain't no 60-year-old white man just gonna be out of their way to be for my ass. But he's attacking a system that's bigger than this system that you were taught. You were taught this 3-branch government means some shit. Well, you just see an executive order mean nothing. He put out an executive order that's pretty much going to get ridiculed and chastised throughout the media because these people who he's chastising controls the media. They're not going to paint him in an endearing light. He's getting scrutiny from NBC, CNN, everywhere now. The big dogs is coming out. The big dogs is coming to play. It's because Donald J. Trump got some power. There's power in that white man's voice. And the thing is, he has a level of autonomy. Just based on his movements, it looks like he can't be controlled by that conglomerate. Joe Biden gonna fall right in line. Y'all thought 2020 was 1984? 2020 was 1983. 2021 is going to be 1984 because the machine is going to keep constantly flowing for the sake of you losing control because you have a president now who will bend over and take it. Not say nothing. No refutations because I'm not against their regime. I know I'm a puppet, a cog in the wheel. Donald Trump actually think he can stop some shit. And he's made attempts. He's called out Big Pharma. He's called out Big Tech. He's called out Fact Check for their invalid, like Fact Check will do some shit like, you won't even necessarily be wrong. You can gather factual information and formulate an opinion. But if they don't agree with your opinion, they'll post fact check up on your shit just for the sake of dismissal. And most of the bots and the drones watching, they see, oh, this is fact check already covered up their rhetoric, their story, their opinion. So therefore it's not valid. Most you niggas is bots. So all it take is a fact check post on a Facebook for most you bots to be like, oh, that ain't true. Look, fact check is right there. Look, guys, I see fact check, so it must not be true. The same way y'all watch CNN and NBC and think it must be true because it's on TV. Might I add TV, television. You telling a vision. Not your vision, who's ever controlling that vision. Tell a vision for everybody else to see. So when you see on the news, you're seeing their vision of what they want you to see. And it's paid programming. If you still paying for cable, you crazy. If you still paying for Channel 7 News, you're crazy. Shout out to my visionaries, too. Shout out to my visionaries, too. Because niggas, 1984 was written in 1948. The book is analogous to today. But recent visionaries, people have been saying for the last year, 2 years, about what is to come when it comes to censorship. This internet is the gift and the curse. It's the curse because the higher powers can use it for indoctrination purposes to tell you what's what. You watch a video of your own choice, they putting up ads of junk food. So they still can use the tool to indoctrinate you. But the gift is anybody can go use YouTube and post up facts, science, their opinion, their bias. And that's accessible to the world. So why are you wondering why restrictions are coming heavy? Because they feel that they're losing the control through the internet, through this World Wide Web we got. We got power in the fucking internet. Fact check and subjugating our opinions and our posts limits our power. Citizen power. If you claim to be for the citizens and you claim to be for citizens' free speech, then fact check and censorship should not coincide with that premise you got of free speech. Most you niggas don't believe in free speech, whether or not you say it or not, because motherfucking fact check been around for so long, people don't even care. Fact check been around for about a year now, and people haven't ridiculed it enough, even though racist groups have been outed as funding fact check. Even though they don't even check facts, essentially. Sometimes they just want to check your opinion because it goes against Bill Gates or whatever the fuck. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you gonna see me doing this shit. They're being controlled right now. Donald Trump put out an executive order to strip that control. Is Donald Trump my guy? No. But I'd be damned if he's not professing something that helps our well-being in this society. Wouldn't it suck to live in a world where we all got the same opinions? Well, it's getting close to that. If you think it would suck, it's getting close to that. Have you asked people who's the best whatever the fuck. They all have the same answers. It wasn't like that when I was growing up. We use our arbitrary lens. We use our anecdotal, scientific appeal, our human existence to make discernments. Niggas' favorite player was Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, Jason Kidd, Kobe, Shaq. Favorite play. Everybody had a different who was the best to them. Because everybody used their own shit. Might be subject to the environment. You in Philly, watching Philly games, you might be more biased to Iverson. You in LA. But the narrative of who's the best wasn't pumped out left and right. Clearly, it was a level of ambiguity. Now everybody got the same best player. LeBron James. No, you can't argue it. This is what people say. You can't even argue it. What? You can't argue it. That's literally stripping the right to somebody's opinion in a subtle form. Because we just talking about sports laissez-faire. Y'all like, bro, that might not be analogous. Yes, it is. It's analogous to fact check. Only being able to pick LeBron as the best basketball player is analogous to fact check. If I say Kevin Durant is the fucking GOAT, fact check might pop up on my shit and be like, hey, this is misinformation. Who the fuck are y'all to call an opinion misinformation? Facts are how we formulate the opinions. Have niggas forgot? Fact check stops when you check facts. Somebody posting a false fact. Donald Trump was the 42nd president. That's when fact check should come in. No, nigga, he was the 45th. That's that simple. You're not coming in attacking rhetoric, opinions. Donald Trump or Joe Biden sucks as a Joe Biden's a puppet. Why are y'all coming in attacking shit like that? Talk about Kamala Harris saying Snoop, saying she listened to Snoop in her college days and Snoop ain't even come out with an album. Somebody check that. Fact check on it, like, oh, no, that's not true. She didn't say that fully. She said something like that only. Why are y'all protecting a certain demographic of motherfuckers? And a lot of them niggas happen to be from the blue party. So I'm so glad I got out of that binary nature as a melanated being. As a melanated being, the indoctrination predisposed me to the Democratic Party. That's how they indoctrinate us. So most y'all watching this, looking like me, if you haven't broke that binary barrier, you're a Democrat. I know this. White folks, y'all had it in reverse because the privilege of being white means you don't have to, or you don't care for the things that the left wing pushes. You don't care for Medicare or government assistance, essentially, because your needs have usually been met. So your right-wing indoctrination is the same as melanated people's left-wing indoctrination. I'm not agreeing with you Trumpers right now. I'm not agreeing with the right side right now. Every situation deserves separate observation for me to make a discernment. It's not just, oh, I'm always riding with the right or I'm always riding with the left. That binary conditioning is why we keep on doing this every time an event happens. Oh, it's them crazy libtards. Oh, it's them dumbass Trumpers. Not knowing the citizens are all... You talking about all the citizens in society. Aside from the few who broke the binary code and just probably chose not to vote. Probably said, nigga, why? Why? Come on, man. We just talking, we just rambling, 14 minutes. But essentially, the control system is always winning. Like, you gotta think, just for the consolidation of power, if our system, the elitists, wants to stay in power, why would they inform you? Why would they inform me? Why would they inform us to the maximum? Do you know what you can do with maximum information, maximum truth? You can expand your thought process. You can expand your cognitive abilities. You can see past fluff and filler. And then you can make a decision that is not latched on to Channel 11 or Channel 2. And anybody capable of making a decision past indoctrination is a fucking threat. Why would our control system equip you with that informational armor? Logically, if they want to control you, they would suppress that. They wouldn't give you vital information. They've been this last 18 months of my existence, they've been talking about two things and two things only. Racial party divides, black versus white, red versus blue, or COVID is killing everybody, you need a vaccination. That's it. That's it. Aside from a bit of distortion, you might hear sports jargon here and there. You might hear, oh, Nicki Minaj did this, something to try to convolute and distort your reality and keep you away from things that might be important and pertinent to your survival, to your livelihood, to your well-being. You might get that occasionally, but for the most part, literally, they're telling you COVID is killing at a high clip the whole time. And y'all, they're not even asking y'all what we should do. They're not getting your opinion on anything. They might fact check your shit at that. All they're doing is pumping that fear and promoting your insecurities to where now you feel like you need somebody to save you from this threat outside, this big bad COVID wolf. And for most you drones, it's going to be vaccinations. I already know. Shout out to my niggas who been predicting this shit. I said this shit like 10 months ago. They're never going to say the rates are going to go down until a wide range of citizens have gotten their drugs. These are the only drug dealers, nigga, who force your hand. Everywhere else, you go to the weed man up the street, you go to the dope dealer, you have to buy this or else. They don't work like that. But our control system is so fucking profound that they dope dealers is in CVS and Walgreens. And you don't even look at them like dope dealers. But that's literally for the last 2 years all they've been talking about. You need a vaccination for the sake of COVID to protect you, as if strengthening your immune system. All right, put it like this. You guys have seen these NBA and NFL players, right, get COVID. You've seen none of them in any harm. So that should tell you logically that if you maintain a healthy lifestyle, somewhat, granted, I know these NFL players don't just eat the most healthy shit all the time, but if you work out, if you put things essential to your body, vitamins, minerals, nutrients, things of that sort, then your immune system will be good when COVID interacts with it. Your immune system, what does immune mean to you niggas? And what does vaccination mean to you niggas? In comparison to something like immune. You build your immune system, that's the first logical step for you watching this. What should you do to prepare for sickness? Boost your fucking immunity. Take some vitamin C. Eat fruits in the morning. Eat greens sometime. Don't eat meat 5 times a day. A lot of this shit is simplistic as fuck. It's not easy. It's not hard to live. But when you're indoctrinated by white capitalistic supremacy, everybody's living ass backwards. Everybody's living ass backwards. And it's all coinciding. You got these censorship of the people's voice. You have the stripping of the working class, the family-owned businesses. You have robotics heightening And I don't like even saying 5G because they just strip. Soon as you say 5G, your video gone. Soon as you say 5G, your video gone. But it's a new frequency being emitted to this universe. That's all truth. They can fact check that. The fact that you're emitting a different frequency to the universe will have effects on other frequencies. You are a frequency. Them bots they create is a frequency. Ain't no telling how bots is finna be in the next 12 months or 2 years or 3 years. I don't know the time frame, but it's coming, nigga. You already don't bag groceries. You already got self-checkout. So whose job is being stripped? Eventually, humans are gonna be you if we don't have a pushback. Which I always hope for, which is why I'm even doing this video. If we don't have a pushback, you niggas is just finna be working and consuming. Working for a paycheck, building the labor, building somebody else's dream, and then consuming somebody else's dream. Almost at no point are you actually living your dream. Working somebody else's dream, then consuming somebody else's dream, whether it be via Netflix, via video games, via eating at somebody's restaurant. You either fucking working somebody's dream or consuming somebody's dream. That's what they want you. And it shows through their actions. They don't give a fuck about your opinion through COVID. They don't give a fuck about your opinion through family-owned businesses going in shambles. They don't give a fuck about your health, though some of you, for some sick, strange, sadistic-ass reason, now believe, after everything they've shown you in your lifetime, our government, about your health, now you believe that just because it's COVID, they're telling you everything you need to know to be healthy. Shit is funny to me. I have enough emotional control to not let these things deter my being, my brain, my body, none of that shit. They can't get through me. I built the filtration process. But at the same time, to see us never bat an eye when the shit is happening, when our rights are being stripped right in our face, it's so sad it makes me laugh, damn near. Like, damn, most people don't know or don't care that their rights are being stripped. Your kids will have less rights than you. Guaranteed, if there is no pushback. So we can only hope in Dame's world that there's pushback, man. It's your boy Dame, man. Peace. Highest of vibes. If you know, you know. That's how I'm going to put it, because it's beyond me explaining. Motherfuckers, the people who don't know don't even use logic to explain their answers. They use rhetoric that they've piggybacked from these media sources, from their master. If somebody controls the way you think, they control the way you move. And they control the way you feel. So most people ain't even listening to logic. Regardless of anything logical I said, most people are already so fear-based that they're going to move on the basis of that fear. Yeah, I understand, Damien. There's been false positive tests, Damien, but shit, I'm going to still take the test. Why? If it's not logical, if you've seen false positive results, then you know the test is faulty, logically. So for you to take the test and you know there's faulty testing, why? You can't explain because it's fear. If you know vaccinations haven't healed nations, haven't rid anything, measles, mumps, these things were already becoming obsolete. These things were already obsolete before Europeans came into contact with melanated beings. They didn't exist in Africa, these diseases. So to say vaccination wiped out those diseases is, again, illogical. To say vaccination can prevent you from getting a disease such as COVID, when you see the flu vaccination and motherfuckers still get the flu after vaccinations, it's illogical for you to trust vaccinations. But because you scary as fuck, you don't care about logic right now. You're like, well, shit, I just want to be safe. The vaccinations make me feel safe. That's all niggas need. They don't need logic. They just want to feel safe. That motherfucker could be deactivating your pineal gland. Why you talking? Why you feel safe? It's your boy Dame, man. Peace. It's all love. Even if you looking at this attack, it's all love. But if you know, you know, man. If you know, you know. Peace.